What's up, guys? It's Rick NSX back at it in American Truck Simulator. Short introduction today, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when we post new content. But I really want to hop into episode 7 today. We are going to be kind of going over our finances, then getting into a mission, seeing how things play out, and working our way to 1,000,000. So, without further ado, let's get underway. What's up, guys? So we are back with American Trucking Simulator today. Before we jump into today's delivery, so we've got a harvester we're taking from Sacramento to Fresno. In the last episode, we upgraded the truck, and so we added a new transmission and a new chassis. We'll see how that plays out today, whether that's a nice upgrade or not. The other thing we took a look at was what the truck was worth, so let's switch screens real quick before we continue and take a look at our net worth. So I put together a quick sheet to kind of walk us through where we're at. So as you can see up top, we're currently at $1,213 in our bank account, which is not a ton, but it is what it is. But we did make some upgrades to the truck last time, which brought the total for the truck to $112,523. Right now we have no loans, so there's nothing to negative out of that. So right now, PPG Freight Lines is worth $113,736. So what that means to me is we are 1/10 of the way to our goal of $1 million. So that feels pretty good. Yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump in and make this delivery. All right, so like I said, we get the harvester connected, we get the truck, we're ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, I just said that. All right, now how do we want to get out of here? Take a tight U-turn, or I can go around the building. All right, first drive with a trailer with the new setup. All right, so here we go.
Turn left.
Turning left. He's got a stop sign. So assuming he stops there, we should be fine. Alright, so 259 miles, 5 hours and 22 minutes. We currently have 492 miles on our tank. So, no insane detour withstanding. We should be okay to make it to our destination.
Turn left.
Doesn't look like anybody's coming. Alright. I am not convinced that that upgrade was worth it. southbound on the 5. I guess the good news is we're staying in California, which means 60 is about all I'm going to need to be able to do. I'm not entirely sure this truck's going to do 60. There's 55. And 60. Alright, so it'll do it. But if we go into an eastern state, well, east of California, where the speed limit isn't 55, I think we're going to be in trouble. Which I guess means that we are going to have to spring for an upgraded engine. It's probably our best bet. To make sure that we're able to keep up with traffic. But it is what it is. Get rid of that. Yeah, so up this hill, we are definitely losing speed. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to make an upgrade. Which is unfortunate because, as we found out in the last episode, upgrades don't necessarily equate to... There's a policeman next to me. Upgrades don't necessarily equate to a full... It's not a dollar to dollar for the truck. So... spend $1, get 60 cents in increased value. Which, I mean, I guess still works towards, you know, the total overall being $1 million, but obviously $100,000 in the bank is better than $60,000 in the truck's sell price. So I'm going to have to be strategic in the upgrades I make. Like I said, probably do the engine because I'd like to be able to do 65, 70 when we get into Arizona and Mexico or Utah or wherever. So we'll have to see about that. But for now, we're fine because we're in California where the top speed for a truck is 55.
Keep left.
Keeping left. Sorta. There we go. I did think I was going to have to slow down because of all the traffic in front of me, but then they all moved over, so that was handy. So we are running a combine, a harvester, from San Francisco to Fresno, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So not too long a journey, but worth 14,000. So be a nice little chunk into our bank account. And on top of that, I mean, it's not really that long a route, 251 miles. We aren't going to get a ton of extra credits because it's not a long route, but per mile, it's a nice little income. So have to see how things play out from there. I don't know what all we're going to find in Fresno. That's the other side to it is, I guess I should have looked at what kind of jobs we're going to be offered in Fresno to see if, whoops, thought I had more. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a double exit. It was not. But yeah, so in Fresno, we'll have to see how many jobs are available, because it's all fine and dandy to have a nice paying job to a city, but if there are no jobs in the city, you know, I think we're about to learn another hard lesson here. Well, okay, wait a minute here. Okay, I mean, y'all saw that. The truck came to a complete stop. That was not me. But I didn't hit anything, so I am going to say that was simply a computer or a game issue. Yeah, because there's no damage to the vehicle. So yeah, nah, that wasn't me.
Right.
I didn't do it. The only thing that managed to do was stop me, which means it's going to take me 35 minutes to get back to the speed limit. But, yeah, no, I didn't have an accident or anything. That was crazy. Alright. Back to 60 we go. With our harvester in tow. Got an ad for Arkansas there, here in California. Feel like that might be a little bit of a drive from here. Oop. Found the rumble strips. I was just verifying they worked. That's all that was. Want to make sure my fellow truckers and cars on the road know that the rumble strips work. Looks like there's a service center up here and some other stuff. Which is always nice. dealership? Is no, maybe just maybe. I don't know. A little hard to tell. But they offer service and a place to sleep. Now across the street here on the left, there is a dealership. An international dealer. Avenue 24. There's a a truck stop there, so that's kind of nice. It's good to see all these places. I mean, we're obviously in a good place for if we needed gas or something. I mean, we don't, but if we did. But we are 59 miles from our destination. We got 300 miles left on our tank of gas, so I think we should be okay. Famous last words. I have not forgotten the lessons of episode 2. In case y'all have, that was the episode where we ran out of gas and had a detour that took us like a good 100,000 hours out of the way. That is the only load so far that we have delivered that was late. Quite irritating, actually. A new store just opened. Need this truck in front of me to get moving. I'd really prefer not to have to slow down. And I know my exit's too soon to go around passing him. This guy's not going quite the speed limit. Alright, so our exit's there on our GPS. So I am glad I didn't try going around this guy. I mean, I knew I wouldn't have time, especially given with the rate of speed this thing.
Right, and then exit right.
Especially with how slowly this thing accelerates.
Exit right. Turn right.
It's a good thing I can read a GPS, because she was way late with that call out. Freeway ends in half a mile. Okay. Gonna be making a right up here. Oh, I'm getting a ticket. Or I should have gotten a ticket.
Get ready to turn right.
I honestly, like in my brain, like as you can see at this light up here, it's a flashing red. Like for some reason, like I was getting ready to go through that last light and I was thinking it was a flashing yellow.
Turn right.
And I think it's because what I saw was it went from green to yellow, so I saw the flash there. And I could see this red light in the distance. And in my head, I just put the two together and I was like, oh yeah, this is a flashing yellow. I can go through it as long as I use caution. But that was not true. Alright.
Get ready to turn left.
I am ready to turn left.
Turn left.
Let's see what we're doing with this trailer. Which is
You have
interesting
arrived
because
at your destination.
I will not have the
Route
trailer
mileage
out of the
is
way
not official.
before I pull in, so I'm sitting out in traffic. I don't think we can probably put the trailer there. All right. Okay, so it's a little tighter than the picture made it seem, but I've got nothing but space to work with, so I think it'll be all right. Go ahead and pull out almost to the road here. Just make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Yep. There's that one post in front of me. Voila. Neutral. Park. Parking brake. Let's go ahead and step out and we will unhitch our truck. Decoupling. There we go. So, like I said, pretty short trip there, 262 miles, 5 hours, 46 minutes. We used 50 gallons of fuel for a total of $14,548. So that's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and continue. Interesting that it didn't pop up to say, here are the jobs you could potentially take from here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to look at the freight market. All right, so what do we got going on in Fresno? There's 500-mile, 450-mile journey to Flagstaff, which, without having the ability to upgrade the truck, is kind of might be a beating. Very similar here, 21,000, but a much higher per mile. Much shorter journey, 361 miles. It is Sunday at 4. Okay, so we've got a 7-hour drive. We have 24 hours basically from now. So if we take it right now and don't dawdle, we can take that job. So let's go ahead and get the truck started and on our way. Because we don't have time to delay. I am going to need gas.
Get ready to turn left.
There were a couple stops on the way in here, but I
Turn
doubt
right.
that we're going to see any stops on our way because that's the way things go. Alright, speed limit's 55 for now. And with no trailer, I'm sure this truck would do 55. Here's the speed limits, or the speed limit, the stop sign, stop light I blew through earlier. Oh yeah, we're way up over where we should be.
Keep left.
Okay, yeah, I was confused a little bit by the way this road curves here, and then there's an exit, and yeah, cool. Alright, so I'd love to get gas before we grab the trailer, but if we have to grab the trailer first, that is what it is. We will find fuel on the way. We are staying in California, which means the limitation of our top speed will probably be fine. Not a big deal. So we're 10 miles away from the trailer. Looks like we're exiting
Keep right,
here.
and then exit right.
Will do.
Exit right.
Probably
left,
don't need to go 60
then
miles an
turn
hour up
left.
this.
Turn left.
Alright, so we're about to make 3 rights in a big square to get a trailer that's essentially probably like right there. Oh yeah, probably like, yeah. Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
Keep right, and
Will
then turn
do.
right. Turn right.
I'm gonna hit
Go
every
straight
red
on.
light on my way to this place. And I see that my lane ends, which means me and the guy next to me are gonna have to drag race. There's no way this is good. Because those cars can definitely outrun me. Not that I'm actually drag racing them, but alright. Give me a green light. Running out of daylight. Alright, that gentleman was nice enough to let us come over.
Make a U-turn.
Yeah, absolutely not. What a weird
Get ready to turn right.
place.
Turn right.
Not sure that this technically counts as a right-hand turn, but
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Finally, we are here.
man, this lady. Finally, we are here. Alright, little. I mean, I say a little trailer, it's still 29,000 pounds, but.
Drive safe.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry. My trailer is ready. Okay, that was cool. It's basically back where I came from. Don't you look at your watch, sir. looks like it's at the front of this facility. Again, this is kind of a weird facility in the way that it's set up.
Rerouting.
Yeah?
When possible, make a U-turn. Recomputing.
Where the heck is this thing?
Please, make a U-turn when possible.
Okay, so... This is dumb. Nothing like getting lost while you're trying to pick up a trailer.
Turn right.
People here in this facility are probably like, did that lady just say it's all over now? Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to back into this. Okay. That guy over there can now look at his watch. Because I totally get where he's coming from. This truck might be faster in reverse than it is in drive. Man, it is a good thing I'm not in, like, a sleeper. Full-size tractor. I don't know that I'd have fit in here. I mean, I would have. It would just... Getting out of here would have been a trick. Alright, let's do it.
Turn left.
I'm on it. It's 361 miles. We've got 204 on the tank. So we're definitely going to have to stop. 7 hours and 37 minutes. And I got to sleep in 5. So just all around. I need to find a truck. I need to find a truck stop. That's what I need to do.
Turn left.
I'm working on it, lady. I'm working on it. Foreign concept, but I've got to follow the rules, which means I got to stop at the stop line and take a look. I'd really like to make this light.
Go straight on. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I assume she means when the light goes green. While we're waiting. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Not that we're actually going to wait, because what happens is it pauses it. Let me get back just a touch. I felt like I was a touch close to the steering wheel. My left side mirror was a tad bit too close to me. Guess there's probably a car. Oh no, was that the cars driving by me that it recognized? That'd be insane. Volvo might want to take a look at that the next time I bring it in for service. So I noticed when I was looking at the when I was concerned about damage, this thing says I have substantial vehicle wear, and I might want to consider visiting service. And I'm just like, did we just upgrade some of the, like, I haven't seen that it has substantial wear, but that said, we might want to visit the service center when we get done with this, just to see what kind of wear it has, what needs to be upgraded and fixed. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, come on, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. I need this guy to pass me so I can move over, I think. Ooh.
Right, and then exit right.
Nope. So I'll stay here. Keep
Exit
right,
right.
exit right. Looks like I'm gonna be making a little circle, a little.
Go straight on.
A 270-degree turn to the right. And down the ramp. With remarkable speed. There's 35. We've now hit 40, so yeah, I mean, we're pretty much flying. If this thing were any faster, it would need wings. And we're accelerating.
Keep left.
Okay. Usually I wouldn't do this at 1,000 miles an hour, but I need to figure out where I'm stopping. Can I make it here? That's 4 hours and 48 minutes away, 231 miles. I do not have the gas for that. Which means, oh, wait a minute. Well, that would have taken care of the sleeping, but there's no fuel there. Okay, we are actually going to exit here. We're going to fuel up and sleep, get all that knocked out, and then head towards our destination. That's what I wanted to check.
Time to hit the road. Keep left.
And the reason I did that was because there is a nice looking
Let's find a new route.
fuel station right over here to my right.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
And while my GPS lady flips out,
Turn left.
because she doesn't understand what we're doing, I have a plan. Now, in fairness, that plan involved getting fuel, and the way this gas station's set up makes it a little tight, but think we're good. Nope. Guess I gotta pull all the way forward. We actually might not be, so when I pull out of here, I'll have to be very careful. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up. $94 gallons, $465. Okay, we cut it a touch close, but it worked. Now, it does show that there is supposed to be... Oh, apparently I can just park in the middle of this parking lot and sleep. Now, let's assume... Okay, I know I'm wasting time, but for realism, I'm gonna walk into that convenience store and there's an underground sleeping area? There's not. I'm obviously kidding, but unless y'all see a bed in this truck, y'all have to understand that I couldn't possibly sleep in here. I mean, I could, but it would be uncomfortable as crap. Alright, so we are on our way now. What do we have? 6 hours, 42 minutes is the time it says it's going to take us. We have 12 hours to get there. So unless something insane happens, we're still okay on time. So let's hope we're good. But plenty of time. That's 660 miles worth of fuel.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Okay. So that just happened. I was in the middle of a job. And the game froze and shut down. So we're just going to have to see where that dropped us. So hang tight, chat. Guess now you get to see the full load in though. Yeah. Okay, I don't know where it's going to put us, so I guess we're just going to have to jump in and see. Oh, perfect.
Ready to roll.
So I guess we got to verify. So we've still got to sleep, so that's what it didn't count. So it didn't count the sleeping. But we are back in the parking lot, so we'll just go ahead and do that again. That was a wild situation. Hopefully that doesn't occur again. Alright, so it says we're cleared there. Again, we got 13 hours to get this job there. Guess we're good, so on our way. Let's continue. Try this again. Now I will say that's the first time that's happened. So that was a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Speed limit is 45, but we'll be turning before I really have the opportunity to break the speed limit, so. In my drag racing semi truck.
Turn left.
Alright. If it does it again, next time I'm pulling left out of that gas station. Ooh. Cut that a little tight, and then there was a car. Alright, so where are we at? We've got 6 hours, 37 minutes left to deliver this load. We've got 12, well, to our destination. We got 12 hours to deliver it.
Get ready to turn left.
Okay. There's a headquarters we could buy, or a...
Turn left, and then
I just don't think
turn
I'd be buying one in the middle of nowhere, because then all my trucks would have to go somewhere to pick up a job. You know, so this doesn't really make sense as a place to have a garage. Alright, so a left and then a quick right, and we are back on the interstates. And we're off. Where are we headed to? Does anybody remember? Indio. I don't remember if that... I don't remember if that place had a place for me to pull in for service. I don't remember much about Indio, so I guess we'll have to see how that goes. So we've been playing this game for a little while now. Obviously, we're here on episode 7. I will say, intentional or not, the other day I was driving somewhere, and there was a truck in the second to right. Oh, he was in the right lane, and I needed to exit, so I was behind him. I did not have... Traffic was a little heavy. I didn't feel like passing the guy. Anyway, when I moved over into the exit lane, he was going straight. He was on the freeway going straight. I moved over into the exit lane, and I realized there were 15 car lengths between him and the car in front of him that had started accelerating. And my first instinct was to be like, dude, what is happening? Like, why are you so far back? Let's get a move on. And then my brain shifted gears and was like, dude, you do remember how slow some of these trucks are, right? I was thinking about the game, and I was like, alright, I gave that guy a pass, and I think the game has started changing my brain a little bit, in terms of the way I think of trucks and them being inconveniently slow. So, you know, I guess that's a mental victory of sorts. I don't really know. Maybe that just says I should be more patient in general. Do what you want with that, but I was kind of like, I'm gonna cut this guy some slack. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. Not gonna be frustrated. However you want to look at that. Now, if it's a car, that's a whole different story. But trucks, like I said, this guy I kind of sympathized with. I was like, nah, I understand it, bro. My truck is slow, and that's before I realized how slow this truck is. In fact, if I'm being honest, this isn't an upgrade. This is 100% a downgrade. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that, because it definitely needs a more powerful engine. If I assume it's the new train, I don't know. It could be the chassis, the 6x4 4-drive wheels. I mean, technically that's not right. It's 2-drive axles instead of 1. But that's really 8 tires. It's not 4. Whatever. Anyway, what I was saying is, I don't know if it's the chassis changing it over, and the engine just doesn't have enough guts to move us any faster, or if it's actually the transmission
Keep left.
That ruined our ability to do 70 miles an hour. But I feel like we can overcome it by buying a bigger engine. Because in the words of Jeremy Clarkson, everything needs more power. So we are just hauling this little guy. I don't even know what this is. What is this? A yard truck. We're hauling a yard truck to Indio. 29,000 pounds. Not too long of a journey, although we did have to get fuel and we had to sleep, so we had time, no big deal. As long as we don't run into a detour situation. We've had some weird ones. I mean, we obviously had the one where the only exit for 200 miles was closed. There was no place to turn around.
And then exit right.
Okay. Probably should have looked before I moved over. Not probably. I should have looked. And then we had the one in the last episode where I went around and would have gone around in an infinite loop of circles if it weren't for that nice policeman that we pulled over and chatted with, and he let us through. So I'm not, detours, I'm not a stranger to them at this point, but I would really like trucks, autos with trailers, right lane, perfect. I'd really like to not have a detour that makes us late again. That was kind of a pain. Could have pulled over there and gotten some water. So I do think the slow truck signs are wild, because I know it's telling the drivers of the cars, hey, caution, slow trucks, but it's not entirely our fault. We didn't set the speed limit. So the speed limit for the cars is 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour faster than the trucks. Which means when we're able to go the speed limit, sorry about that car, we're not the ones that cause the slowdown. I mean, at the moment, the guy in front of me is part of the reason, but like I said, when we're able to go the speed limit, we're still having to go 10 to 15 miles an hour slower than the actual traffic. So it's wild that they blame the slowness on the trucks instead of saying government has made slow trucks. Slow trucks, result of government interference. It's crazy. Looks like I'm supposed to move to the right. I hope I have time to pass this guy before having to do that. Well, there's that. All trucks.
Keep right and then turn right.
Keep right and turn right. Okay, I think really if I'd have followed her instructions and turned right, I would have headed off to the right there. Like, that's how it made me feel, but that was not the right instruction. Oh, speed limit's 45. Oh, now it's 55. Dang it, I just slowed down to accommodate the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. Because I did not want a ticket. Because I'm sure here in the state of California, with every other regulation, it's probably one strike and you're out. You can never return to California with your truck. Because you got a ticket for going 5, 10 over. Okay, I'm sure it's not that bad, but... Alright, I see you in my mirror, but this lane ends. Sorry, guys, but you're just gonna have to be patient till we get on the freeway. Alright. Just cruising along. 2 hours, 49 minutes left. 130 miles. No problem.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Will do.
Exit right.
Working on it. Seems like a sign I might want to pay attention to. If you go more than 35, you roll over. It's just trying not to lose all of my momentum. Come on, truck. You can do it. I believe in you. It's possible my belief is a little misguided there, but that's okay.
Keep left.
Don't exit. That's what you're saying? Okay, got it. A little more steering input than I meant to give there. There are two massive
Keep left.
truck depots there. That, I don't know what's going on here to my right, but it is huge. Gas stations and sleeping areas, but like a whole bunch of them. It's kind of crazy. And it was kind of weird that they were next to each other, like across the street. Usually they're miles and miles apart. Driving into the nighttime. Got about an hour and 40 minutes left. We're on pace to arrive at 10:45 at night. It's a little after 9 right now, so just keep on moving. I hadn't really paid a ton of attention, but I wonder if traffic adjusts according to the time of day. Like once it's 11, 12 o'clock at night, is there way less traffic than like say 5 o'clock in the afternoon? And obviously there's quite a bit of traffic right now, but it is 9:27. So it's reasonable to assume there could be some traffic, but well, it's also a Sunday night. I guess that's the other side to it, so everybody should be in bed getting ready for work tomorrow. I just don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Older truck there. Old body style. So we're headed to Indio. The flight yoke is fine until you need to make some minor adjustments, and then man, it's a little bit touchy. These guys are gonna make me slow down. I can't pass them because I'm pretty sure my exit's coming out. Guess I could have honked.
Keep right,
Through?
and then turn right.
Oh, well, okay then.
Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright, here's my exit.
Turn
Dillon
right.
Road.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Damn it. That guy decided for no damn reason to slam on the brakes. That's just irritating.
Keep left, and
That's
then
on
turn
me.
left.
I should have expected him to
Turn left.
stop mid-turn for no reason. It was an insurance scam. That's what that was. Well, this is a hard left. This left-hand turn is 140 degrees to my left. Is where what I'll end up doing. Scuffed up my brand new truck. Well, not brand new, but you know what I mean. I will be checking out the service center the next time I see one. What a pain. I feel like I've sat here at the stoplight for 15 game minutes. Alright. see if we can get this load delivered with no further incidents. Speed limit's 30. Guess I should slow down a little bit. Making a left-hand turn right up here.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn
Oh,
right.
I'm ready.
Get
Down to
ready
the end of the
turn
street, turn left, and we will be there.
left. Turn left.
They've got a gate system. Gotta check in at the guard station. Hey, buddy. Yeah, just, whew, been a long day. Thank you.
Finally, we are here.
The GPS has got the most attitude. Oh, boy. This will be interesting. Y'all see the angle I'm supposed to park this truck at? Guarantee there's going to be trucks back here on both sides that are going to be like, hey, can't park here. Uh, I did this all wrong. I mean, I didn't, because here's what I'm going to do. Because I have the space. And because the trailer is basically see-through. Just going to bring it with me until it's straight-ish. And then I'm just going to back it up. All right. That was pretty slick. That was a one and done right there. All right, well, let's get out and decouple. I think that's going to do it for today. We'll see. Hold on. So we made 21,460. We did rank up a level. Kind of got a theme going here. Oh, yeah, we kind of got a theme going here. Wait, are you telling me I can pick which one of these I want to be able to take? All right, so we'll take slightly more Indio to Sacramento. I am thinking that that's not what I want to do. So let's take a look at the map. Is there? Yes. So that's what I want to do. You know what? We're gonna drive 17 minutes. We got $36,000. We're gonna drive 17 minutes. We're gonna go get the truck fixed. That's what
Time
we're
to
gonna
hit
do.
the road.
Indeed, it is. So let's do it, lady. Let's go take a look at the situation with the truck and what all needs to be fixed. And then we can figure out what's next. All right, buddy. I'll see you next time.
Turn right. Get ready to turn left.
If I'm not mistaken, this place also has gas and a place to sleep,
Turn
so
left.
I might just go ahead and kill those two birds. Quite a few,
Turn right.
considering the smallness of the city, there are quite a few jobs here, or companies. A little surprised by that. I would have just thought the job market would have been much smaller. Speed limit's 30, so I better back it out a bit.
Keep right.
So I don't really want a ticket.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
That is my plan. I'm just over the bridge, and I think we'll be there. This is that light I sat at for 35 minutes a minute ago. If we were making a left turn, we could easily do that. But no, we're making a right-hand turn. That was a cool car. Speed limit's 40, but come on. Anytime today. I'm gonna hit all three of these stoplights. Watch. I'll fall asleep waiting for this stoplight to change. Alright. If I accelerate fast enough, they're all green. Alright, let's check out this super plaza.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, I'm ready.
Turn left. Recomputing.
Why? I'm exactly where we were going. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up. See how that plays out. Okay, half a tank, 61 gallons, $304. And then we're gonna move ahead here to the service area. Let's see what's going on here. Truck maintenance. Okay, so the cab's got a little bit of damage. So does the engine. Can I just repair all? Yeah, looks like it. Well, what the hell? Alright. I've got 36,405. Why don't we take a look at the engines real quick? So right now the engine we've got equipped is 400 horsepower, 1,650 foot-pounds of torque. So we don't have a good option at this moment. Best option is 25 extra horsepower and 100 torque, coming on 100 RPMs lower. And that's going to cost us $24,000. I just don't know that at this moment that's worth it. Oh, you know what we could do though? We could go ahead and get the extended fuel tanks. Do we want to go chrome? They're the same color. Same color. Same cost. I think we'll just go with the aluminum ones at the to the tune of $2,046. You might ask yourself, well, why doesn't
Never
that math?
mind. I'll find a new route.
I have no idea why my GPS is giving me grief, but she is. So we'll do. Tell you what, we'll turn that off. So right now, oh, never mind. I was going to say right now, we have X number of gallons, or X number of miles, but what it looks like actually happened is they filled us up. So, turn my headlights on, I guess. Now we're going to move over here. Since we don't have a trailer, we'll just pull in. Easy enough to pull out. And we're going to go ahead and sleep. Alright, so we're at 34,359. We are starting to kind of work our way to the money. Tell you what we're going to do though. We are at level 9. We do have some new upgrades. I don't think there's probably anything useful. like anything we have to have right now. Yeah, no. Like I said, this is the engine we just picked up. At level 10, we might get a better engine. Have to check that out. Same deal over here with the trailers. Looks like we got a couple of new trailer options. You know what? I bet we got a drop deck. I thought at level 9 we got access to the low boy. Let's go check that out real quick because I think that's level 12. Level 12. So we've still got 3 levels to go. So what did we unlock? We unlocked this drop deck. Okay, something to think about. Something to think about. But we're at $34,000 right now. 34,359 in the bank. Where's my truck manager? And the truck itself is currently worth, and I know we just did a slight upgrade. It won't be worth much, but 112,747. So let's go ahead and take a look at our adjusted numbers and where does that put us? So let's switch over and we'll take a look. All right, so we were at 113,736. Really, the only thing that's changed dramatically is cash on hand. The vehicle didn't really change much, so let's take a look. We are now at 34,359 cash on hand. The Volvo went up by, I don't know, $200, which currently gives us a total net worth of 147,106. So we are at 15% of our goal, if I can math that correctly, which feels pretty good. So looking forward to continuing this series as in our upcoming episodes. So I appreciate everybody who watched, who's hanging out with me, kind of going through this journey with me, and I look forward to bringing you more content. So until next time, this is Rick and SX. Thanks for watching.